All right, everyone. Thanks very much for joining us again today. I'm here with one of our alumni from the Morocco Field Studies in Journalism and New Media. Jennifer, would you like to take a moment to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, my name is Jennifer Kwon. I'm a junior English major at Carleton College, and I was in the journalism program in fall 2015.
Thank you very much, Jennifer, for taking some time today. I know getting back into the swing of things here in the States can make your schedule very busy, so I do appreciate it. Now,
Thank you.
just to jump right into things,
Mhm.
why did you choose the SIT Field Studies in Journalism and New Media program over any other study abroad program that you may have found out there?
I really wanted to do journalism because I've been doing it since high school, but my school, because it's a small liberal arts school, they don't really offer a lot of journalism courses. So I was only like able to do like school newspaper work, but I never like got to do real like professional journalism. So I was looking into journalism programs and I saw the Boston one and I saw the Morocco one, the SIT one, and I thought it'd be really nice to get like a hands-on experience and like do it somewhere I can't really like where the culture is so different, the language is so different. Because I think it would like give me like a really good, challenging, like tough experience. So that's like why I picked the program. And then I saw that like the academic director is Mary Stuckey and she's a alum of our school. So that's like another reason why I was like more inclined to do so.
I didn't know that. That's a wonderful connection that you have there. I know
Mhm.
Mary and Anna work very closely together, and
Mhm.
Mary is continuing as a senior advisor for the
Mhm.
program now, and Anna has taken over as the director. So, if there was one thing that you could choose about this program in
Mhm.
Morocco
Mhm.
as your favorite aspect, what would it be?
I really like the 5 week independent research period because with that experience, I got to do a lot of like conduct a lot of interviews, but because I had to reach out to all of the people that I had to interview, it gave me like a better sense of like how real journalists try to contact like government officials or like locals or like people that you need sort like your sources. Um, and because it was such like an independent project, I think that gave me more space to like challenge myself and like push my like limits and how far I can go without like anyone's help. And I think that was a really challenging experience, but also like really rewarding in that sense.
That's excellent to hear. Now, did you go to Morocco with any French or Arabic background? Because I would imagine speaking with the
Mhm.
sources
Mhm.
would require some language
Yeah.
skills as well.
I could speak a little bit of French, but very little. And I did study French when I was there because they offered French courses. But a lot of people that I talked to, like I couldn't speak French enough to understand, like, like when I talked to like government officials and stuff. So I had a friend. There's like a Moroccan student partnership program, right? So my Moroccan partner really helped me a lot. So she was with me the whole time when I went to interviews. Um, and sometimes when she wasn't there, which was like a rare occasion, I would speak English. And I would try to find like people who can speak English, and it worked out fine. Because my topic was about like Moroccan university students. And when I went to Moroccan universities, a lot of them like could speak both French and English. So that was really helpful for me too.
And you said you took French while you were there.
Hmm.
So you must have had a bit of a French background before you came, because on the program, isn't it just intermediate French that's available?
I did French. Yes, I did French in high school for a little bit, and then in college for a little bit too.
Excellent. So, to switch gears a little bit, yeah, as you know from being on the program, we do
Mhm.
keep the programs rather small. I believe there was about 20
Yeah,
students on your program,
I think it
which,
was smaller. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it was somewhere in there.
Yeah, yeah.
20 is usually the maximum, but it really is a way for us to keep the program intimate, small, really hands-on and personal. On the same time, though, that means that not many people hear about our programs. So if you came across someone who didn't hear about or didn't know what SIT was, how would you describe it to them?
I would say it's a very unique study abroad experience because after coming back home and to school, I got to talk to a lot of my friends who also did study abroad. And I think personally it was much more challenging because it's more like independent and it's more like academic or more professional because you definitely do a lot more work. Like for me, I did a lot of journalism, like writing articles or like conducting interviews than I would normally do back at home or at school. And it's more like academically challenging and it's much more like independent and like it's like you have to have more self-initiative to like get more out of it. But to me, it seemed like a really different experience from others in a sense that like a lot of my friends like would usually spend a lot of time like traveling instead of like doing work. While as like for me, I did less traveling and like did more work. But I really liked that aspect because I thought I could learn a lot more, like not just by like traveling, but also like doing work and you get to like experience a different part of like that culture and that country and like not as a tourist, but also like as a journalist and also as like as someone who like is actually immersed in that culture. I really like that aspect of it.
That sounds really fascinating there. Now, you said you were part of your ISPJ there
Mhm.
was with Moroccan university students. Can you
Mhm.
explain a little bit more about what you did during that period and if you have had the opportunity to pursue those studies any further back
Mhm.
at Carleton?
So for me, I chose a topic. I'm really interested in education policies. So what I thought was really interesting about Moroccan education policy is that even though it is an Arabic country and a lot of people speak Arabic or Darija, which is Moroccan Arabic, most university systems are in French. So all the classes and like all the professors speak in French. The textbooks are in French, while as like before everyone would speak Arabic. So that discrepancy in language was really striking, and that like prevented students from like going further in their studies. So that was really interesting to me. I heard that idea from like one of the lectures at CCCL within the program. So I decided to do that topic. And then during my ISPJ um, duration, I went to Moroccan universities. I tried to reach out to like students there. I just would go up to them and ask them like, hi, I'm an American journalist. Can I talk to you about like education policies? And they're all very welcoming. So I got to talk to a lot of them. And aside from like talking to students, I would talk to professors who came to CCCL to do lectures or like try to talk to professors in like Morocco universities. And finally, I talked to a government official, the Minister of Education in Morocco. And for that one, I had to try a little bit harder because he is a minister. But I just went to the ministry and sent like a letter a letter of request, like a request letter to have an interview. And he contacted me like after weeks. So I was able to like conduct the interview with my Moroccan partner. So that was like the whole procedure of it.
Excellent. That sounds like you really got into it very well. Now, returning to your homeschool, are you able to conduct further research into that, or?
Not at school, because I'm just taking like editorial writing and writing classes, but that's not directly related. But a project that I'm currently trying to do is like an OCSE portfolio. So it's something that my school just started, and I'm trying to like make a portfolio of my study abroad experience. And it's like a school-run like portfolio slash blog thing. So like through that, maybe I can like explore more issues like further, or, like talk about my article a little bit more. So that's like what I'm trying to do.
Excellent, excellent. So now to switch gears again, because we like doing that in experiential learning.
Mhm.
Did you, before, what is the one thing that you wish you knew before you got to Morocco? And what would that be?
Mm, I don't know. Maybe because I thought like a lot of people speak French there. I just assumed that I can just like go pass by just like speaking French. But a lot of people that I did interact were like, because French is people who speak French are usually like very educated and who have like who are literate. So that like restricted me from talking to people who are like who didn't have those privileges. So I wish like I got to like study Arabic a little bit more because I didn't know any Arabic. And I wish like I try to learn a little bit more like local expressions through like I don't know listening to like online lectures and stuff because that would have been really helpful both like doing interviews but also like interacting with my homestay family and stuff.
Got it. Your homestay family spoke more Arabic than French?
So my first homestay family, um, I had a homestay sister who could speak English too, and she spoke very fluent French. So I like tried to switch both. But for my second home, so during my ISPJ, I lived with my friend's homestay family because her homestay family didn't want her to go away, so she just stayed there. So I stayed with her and her homestay family, and um, her homesick family couldn't speak any French or like very little French. So if we can speak like more Arabic, we would have been able to like communicate with them better, which is something like I regret because I could have like tried to actively learn it more before and like when I was there. And I wish like I could have done that more.
That's fair. I mean, in a multilingual society like Morocco, it's always kind of hard
Mhm.
to get it right all the time in regards to
Mhm.
what the family or the people you want to interact with speak. Because while many Moroccans are multilingual, not everyone has the access to the
Mhm.
education for that. So
Mhm.
we've come to the end of our interview today, but I always like to ask our alumni mentors, such as yourself, is there
Mhm.
anything else that you want to add? Any sort of advice to those who are out there on the internet or at fairs looking for a study abroad program?
Mm, well, I think like I don't know, because I was also deciding like, because I think a lot of students do go to like study abroad in Europe or like somewhere like London or like Paris. And I was one of those people like who were thinking about going. And like if I had that chance, I would have definitely grabbed it. But I'm glad that like I went to Morocco because it's somewhere that's very different from where I'm used to. And I think that was a really helpful like and useful experience because like if because Morocco is a really safe country, but because I don't know the language and I don't know the cultural like norms there, I think it would have been very hard for me to like like engage with other like locals instead of like engage like being a tourist if I didn't go through this program and I probably wouldn't have that experience like I couldn't have that experience by myself. So I'm really glad that like I got to do it through like a study abroad experience because otherwise it would have been really hard for me. So I wish that others would like also consider those options because you can always like travel to somewhere like other places but it's hard to get like an fully like engaged like immersive experience. And I think it is like an important criteria when you like pick a study abroad program because you are going to live there for like 3 or 4 months, which is like quite long term. So like take that into consideration when you choose like your program or location maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for taking all
Mhm.
the time today, and I wish you the best of luck with your continued studies.
Mhm. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.